Our co-working space that I used to go to, I think is closing times for this place is at 6 p.m. Let me just put my MacBook up. Is at 6 p.m. and now it's 3 minutes for 6 p.m. And the thing about closing times here is that you can't enter after 6 p.m. But they don't kick you out. You can stay away afterwards. But the cleaners always come around and they kind of, seem a bit annoyed when people aren't leaving after that time because they're trying to clean up the space and there's people in here. And they don't want it to get dirtier, or you're sitting in the place where they're trying to clean. So, yeah, RIP to the cleaners. I'm sorry, cleaners. But I need to do the stream. And my previous streams on my phone, when I do them in my house, they once in a while they start lagging. And I don't want that to happen. And I know that here, let me turn on the Wi-Fi. Here they have such good internet connection, it's insane. So I was like, if there's any place so that I can live stream with higher lagging, it's here by far. No competition. No competition at all. Like, I have never been to a place that has this good of an internet connection. But usually I write down, like, not usually, recently, that's the word. I write down notes on what I want to say in the stream, so that there isn't a time where I'm just waffling about nothing. Most of my streams are like that. I would just waffle on about anything that comes to mind, and sometimes I end up awkwardly pausing, not knowing what to say next, and that type of stuff. But today, and then, like, for the past 2 streams, I decided, like, I need to take notes down from now on. And today I didn't, because it's been such a busy day, and I was like, I need to live stream, and I was like, oh, I'm passing by this co-working space that I used to work at, and I might as well do my live stream there. So I rushed. I didn't really have time to take any notes. So yeah, RIP. I'm just gonna freestyle this live stream. Anyway, I usually start my live streams with what I did today, and for that, I woke up pretty late today. Not ideal, and it's like, what's that? Is that an insect? I woke up pretty late, not because I didn't want to sleep earlier. I did sleep early compared to what. Look, I used to be the person in my, like, friend group who sleeps super early, earlier than everyone. When I tell people when I sleep, they go, "Whoa, like, bro, that's like when half my day starts. That's when my day starts, bro." And I used to tell them, like, I sleep at 8 p.m. and everything. And this changed so hard this summer. I started sleeping at 2 a.m., 2 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And now I tried yesterday. I tried to sleep at exactly midnight, and I couldn't sleep until 2 a.m. On my Whoop watch, I checked it this morning. On my Whoop tracker, it's not really a watch because it doesn't have a clock, but or a screen at all, for that matter. It's pretty much just, fabric, and then there's this tracking thing under it. I went to bed at midnight and I couldn't sleep until 2 a.m. My Whoop tracker says I slept at 2 a.m. So yeah, and I ended up waking up at like 12. I really need to fix this. That's like one of the main things I need to fix. Like, it's very it's like very important, because when I sleep late, there ends up some days being distractions that make me wake up earlier. For example, like my family going around, my family waking me up to go get something from the store, my family telling me, oh, we're gonna go out today. Or not even my family, just like noise in general and stuff like that, that sometimes come and completely wreck my sleep. Which isn't ideal, at all. So the plan, I mean, yeah, and I want my sleep to be consistent and consistently good, not only consistent. But yeah, it's kind of tough. I don't know how to. Because I could do it like before. I planned to do like 5 minutes early every night, sleep 5 minutes earlier, which would be easier to transition from. Like, one day and the next day just wake up 5 minutes early, and the next day, and so on and so forth. But the problem with that idea is that because not much progress happens fast, I lose the motivation to carry on doing it. I usually, like, gain so much motivation when I'm making so much progress in something, which usually comes from just doing something intensely, like so intense. For example, before, when I started reading one book a week, I didn't feel like reading books. I genuinely, like, couldn't be bothered to read books. But then I read like an entire book in a week. I forced myself. And because progress happened so fast, because I read an entire book in a week, every single day I could see how much of the book I've read. Like, I've read a significant amount. I would just like count how many pages the book has and then divide it by 7. And I'll read that many pages a day. And I saw the progress. I was like, oh, this is actually extremely motivating. And I read the next book and the next book. And people do say like, oh, like if you want to be successful, you can't rely on motivation. You need to rely on discipline and all that stuff. And I do get it. You do need to like be more disciplined. But it almost seems like there's a certain amount of discipline that I have. Like I don't have unlimited. So I tend to prioritize it on things that I actually want to achieve. For example, this YouTube channel. I've been live streaming every day for how long now? Since beginning of August. So today is 19th day of live streaming every single day. So I make sure I'm disciplined in this. Also today, I started counting calories because I want to gain weight again. And guess what? That consumes a lot of discipline as well. And my second channel that I post history videos on, that requires discipline. And it's almost like if I go outside of this budget of discipline, I end up burning out, which isn't ideal. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, yeah. So I guess I'll just try. I don't know what the answer is to anymore. How I could fix it, because I'm stuck in this bit of a, like, I'm walking like a tightrope. Like if I go this direction, it won't work. If I go this direction, it won't work. I guess what I'll try to do is I'll get back into going, like I'll sleep 5 minutes early every day. I feel like that's the only way. Because if I sleep like if I did what I did today, go to bed 2 hours earlier, I'll end up with the same result of just staying in bed for 2 hours doing nothing. And I don't think that's a good idea either. So I think that's like the only plan. Even though I might lose motivation, I'll just try and force myself through it until I get to the ideal situation that I want to be in, which is, of course, sleeping enough, sleeping at the right times, being consistent with it so that I'm energetic enough so that my live streams are better. Because if I got more energy, of course, I'm gonna be able to talk much better, articulate much better, and make the live streams more entertaining, and make my videos more entertaining, and feel like have the energy to do this stuff. And I'll make more progress in the gym, and like every single thing that I've set my mind to will become so much times easier. It almost feels like this hack that no matter what you're trying to do, it makes everything better. So that's the plan. What the hell is that? That's the plan. 5 minutes early every night. Yeah. So yeah, I was talking about what I was doing today, right? I went into a whole like tangent talking about the one thing how I started my day. After I woke up, I kind of chilled for a bit, did my Duolingo, and relaxed, ate some food, but didn't really eat much. And then one of my friends messaged me. It was like, "Oh, you want to go gym 2 p.m.?" I was like, I mean, I can, but I was meant to go gym with my other friend. So I messaged my other friends like, "Can you do 2 p.m.?" And he goes like, "Ah, I probably can't." I was like, "Can you do 2:30?" He said yes. So I went back to my first friend. I told him, "Can you do 2:30?" He said yes. So we ended up going gym together. It was meant to be push day, so chest, shoulders, and triceps. But both of my friends said the last workout was push day. For me, my last workout was a leg day. So the only workout that we can all do because we've recovered enough since the last one we did it was pull day. So we just trained the back and biceps. I also did neck training. I started working out my neck because it's pretty useful for for MMA that I used to do. Bro, what subjects you took for A levels? Oh, I'm guessing you came from the A level video that I released of my results. I did computing, geography, and psychology. It's a bit of a random. It might seem a bit random, but computing I did it because I genuinely find it too easy. I genuinely like find computing way too easy. Like it's boring. I find it boring, but like I find it easy. It's one of my easy subjects. And psychology and geography, I just genuinely enjoyed them. Yeah, yeah, they're just enjoyable. Like there's such interesting topics to discuss, especially in the human geography, where we talk more about politics and and how the world functions in general. Physical geography, where you talk about rocks and the river and that type of stuff, it's kind of boring. Sometimes, like when you go with your family to the beach or something, you come out with your fun facts and go like, "Oh, did you know this happens actually because of this, this, and this?" That's the only thing that helps you with that, or those random facts that you sometimes mention here and there. But and the fact that I know that it's extremely sunny for a few days in a row, it gets there's usually thunder that happens after. If it's extremely sunny compared to what that area in the world is used to, then there's likely to be thunderstorm after, and like those random facts that I just get. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Um, what was I talking? Oh yeah, we went to gym. We hit biceps and back. After we hit gym, we went to the store, all got like some protein drink, and then we went to Popeyes. Um, and I ate a chicken wrap. One of my other friends ate so much, and the other one didn't want to eat, so we just left him. And he's trying to cut and lose weight. Is it not all unpredictable? I mean, the weather is, it is predictable. It's not unpredictable, but because there's like these patterns that we keep recognizing them, and these patterns tend to repeat themselves. But it doesn't mean that they'll repeat themselves every time, because there are times where you think something will happen, but it doesn't. But it's predictable enough to the point where you can actually go like, oh, this is happening, so I think that's likely to happen. And like 9 times out of 10 it happens, but then like the 10th time there's this weird thing that interfered with it, and scientists will come and go like, oh, this, and get into complicated science on why it didn't happen. But usually it is predictable. Usually it is predictable. Um, yeah, and because like the science behind it on why it happens, like for example, the when it gets incredibly hot for that climate's temperature, um, what did I say? When it gets incredibly hot for the climate's temperature, usually the atmosphere soaks in so much water, and at one point it has to let go of it because so much, um, like there's so much stored in the atmosphere that it needs to let go of it because it can't hold on to it much longer. So just boom, and like all the water goes out. So that's what I mean. Like it's kind of predictable in some areas. But anyway, me and my friends went to get Popeyes, and then we just like separated ways. Each one's going back home. I got on the bus, and midway through the bus, I was like, you know what? I forgot to do my stream. So I just hopped out and came to this co-working place. I was like 5 minutes away from it closing, where I couldn't enter anymore. So I barely got in. I got in and I was just out of the stream. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. In after tomorrow, I know a lot more movies are coming out to the cinema, which I'm excited about because it feels like I've already finished every single movie in the cinema. Like I don't like. There's not much to go and watch in the cinema anymore. But I saw that there's a lot of movies coming out. I was going through them with my friend when I was at the gym. And I probably won't see a lot of my friends much anymore because a lot of them are going to university in different cities and moving out of Manchester, so that's a bit sad. And yeah, let me just try find where the choose cinema. Oh, this company's got hundreds of cinemas this one. Center, here we go. Book tickets. Boom, boom, boom. Well, it's only showing me one movie, Insidious. It looks like a horror movie. I don't think I'm watching it, can't lie. It seems a bit too horror of a movie for me. Cinemas. Friday. Okay, let me go through the movies. Through the movies. The Sheep Detectives. That is actually funny. Funny movie idea. The hell is this? It looks like a kids movie, can't lie. Big screen family adventures for as little as £1. Yeah, it is a kids movie. It is a kids movie. Spa Weekend. This movie is coming out as well. Doesn't look interesting at all. It looks a little more about like a, I don't know. Yeah. This one looks like, just from the picture, it looks interesting. It looks like one of those James Bond like adventure movies. This like, you know, this guy. Wait for it to zoom in. It's a bit blurry, the camera. But anyway, like those cartoon people. And I watched the trailer. It looked like a comedy show where like these cartoon people like are in like the real world. It's almost like Paddington, but it's 2D characters in a 3D world. And then there's this movie, Tony. I mean, there's Minions movie, but it's been out for a while and I still haven't watched it. Like, it doesn't sound like the. Yeah, I kind of keep delaying it all the time because, yeah, it doesn't sound like the most interesting of movies. David. What the hell is this? Join the adventures of David the shepherd boy and future king as he steps out of Goliath's shadow and into his destiny. Sounds like one of those old movies that they used to do back in the day. Animated. I mean, there's this one, which is about the flipping the K-pop, but not really K-pop because there's not a single Korean one inside them. Girl group that became famous. I think it's a documentary about them. I don't know. Kiki's delivery service. Oh, it's subtitled. I think it's in a different language. There's Momo and the Time Thieves. There's so many movies out. Like, I haven't seen this many new movies in so long. I'm genuinely so excited. Stop That Train doesn't look interesting at all. But what do I know? Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a movie by its cover either. Now this one looks like a bit of a suspicious movie. Like teenage sex and death at Camp Miasma. Doesn't sound like my type of movie. There's Tom and Jerry movie. And there's a few Indian movies, and I don't understand Indian, so. Not Indian, I mean, there's hundreds of languages in India. So, God knows. But yeah, some movies that I'm excited for that are released on Friday. But I'm probably going to go gym tomorrow and after tomorrow as well, with a few of my friends. To be honest, these days, my rest days are all over the place for the gym. They're like, one day, I go gym, second day I go gym, third day I go gym, and I keep going gym, and I go gym pretty much every day that I can, because some days, like, out of nowhere, I just don't go. Like, I've got a movie at the time, I've got something at the time, so it's just, yeah, I just try to go whenever I can, every day that I can, because it's kind of all over the place. But yeah, for the rest of the day, I have a YouTube video that I need to edit today, because it's going to release tomorrow, so I'm excited for that to come out. So keep your eyes. It's going to be a football related video. Yeah, I really need to edit it because there's a lot of pauses and it looks a bit boring. If like you watch it without editing, I mean, I wouldn't say boring. It's just that I talk too much. Like, it's almost like a raw, you know, like those raw videos where a person just waffles and then pauses for a bit and thinks and all that stuff. I'll probably like need to cut out all the pausing and thinking and add as much editing as I can, and schedule it for tomorrow, because tomorrow it will come out. I need to do that today, edit that video. Then also I'm getting a BYD. Good for you, I guess. I'll edit that video. I'll need to create a video and schedule it for my second channel, the history channel, and then I'll need to what else? Oh, I'll need to eat. Like, going back to counting calories again, and I've eaten so far today 139 calories, and I've got like 2,000 something calories to go, because I think 3,200 calories is my goal for a day. So I'm getting back to getting locked in. I'll need to gain weight. I said my weight goal is 65 kg, which is a weight that I've never reached in my life, never got close. I never reached 63 kg in my life, let alone 65. So that's my goal. And also with a lot of, I'll constantly doing a lot of training, so it's going to be hard to. That's why it's 3,200 calories, because I do train a lot and I do go out a lot and walk a lot, so I burn a lot of calories every day. Hopefully, I make as much progress as I did last time I did a bulk, which is right after exam season. Those days it was easier to bulk because of how much weight I lost during exams. So I didn't really need to eat much to gain weight. But now, like back then, it felt like eating much. Now it's like a whole different level. So hopefully I do it. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard. But life is hard, and to achieve your goals is hard. And yeah, and I've got a hard year ahead of me. I got a really, really hard year ahead of me because, as I said before, this is gonna be like my entire career. This YouTube channel. I'll need to live stream every single day, create a YouTube video every week, increase in quality every single week, try and improve the videos, and monetize it. I, ideally before January, because I want to keep like a safe period, but the deadline is before February, because in February the monetization requirements will double, and then it will be then it will be even harder to make a career out of this, because yeah, it'll be tough. It'll be so hard to get to a point where I'm having like an 8,000 hour watch time per month. So it's gonna be tough, but yeah, I'll be working at my absolute hardest. And yeah, that journey starts September. Nowadays, it's just chill. It's kind of chill. I'm kind of building up the intensity so that I'm ready when September comes, but I haven't built it up to the maximum yet. It's because, like, for example, I'm live streaming every single day. That's a bit of like time commitment and waffling skills that I'm building up for my channel. I've made the second channel, which requires a bit of video knowledge and thumbnails and flipping titles, which will help improve me in this channel. I've started posting a video a week. I posted a video last week, and videos coming out tomorrow, which is building up like the momentum and my editing and thumbnail skills, and my like ideation skills for the start in September. But September is like when the intensity actually hits, and I've actually got a goal, and because this is my future. Um, so yeah, I'm kind of excited for it, kind of terrified, like too much emotions at once. But yeah, hopefully I make it. Hopefully I make it out of the hood. Um, by before February 2027. So yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. It's gonna be tough. So yeah, I've actually got to start making my schedule, because I remember before during like my most productive, make it out the bro, like genuinely, bro. um, what was I talking about? Yeah, because like we'll starting September, I will needing to post a high quality video every single week. Try live stream every day, make them as entertaining as possible, and it'll actually be pretty much my full-time job every single day. And I'll need to be making a schedule, because I remember before I used to make schedule for myself, like on Google Calendar. Like I wake up at this time I do this, then I have breakfast, then I get this work done, and like it had the schedule to the minute. And when I used to, when those days were a thing, I used to get so much work done, even though it was like intense, and I get like pretty vulnerable to burnout because of how much work I need to do. Um, I feel like that's the only way to get productive to a level that I need to actually make the progress I need to make. In the few months that I have um, to make this a career. So I think I'll, in a week's time, I think I'll start doing the schedule, because I've already built up enough intensity these days, and I don't want to get myself close to burnout before I even started. I want to like make slow build up until September starts. So yeah, it's gonna be tough, but who cares? Who flipping cares? But my only like break these days from work is when I go gym with my friends, chat. Um, Later in the evening, like night before I sleep, when I watch like a Netflix show, or once every few days when I go to cinema. Um, Other than that, like I don't have Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, like none of the social media that most people have. So I don't really have time to spend, scrolling and wasting my time on like random websites, like most people do. Because I know people that have like 12-hour watch screen times, which I don't have, and I'm not even close to. which is funny because I spend a lot of my times online, making these live stream, making the videos, for this channel, my second channel, or like all the different stuff. So even though it might seem a lot that I like watch late, like Netflix show later at night, and I'll go to cinema every few days, and going to the gym with my friends to hang out, it's not actually that much, considering how much the average person spends online and scrolling and all that stuff. But I'm trying my best, because every single other time apart from that, I usually spend working, and it's really tough. It's really hard, but yeah, not much to say other than that. So yeah, for the rest of the day, as I told you guys earlier, I'll just go home now, eat as much as I can, you know, edit my video for tomorrow, video for the other channel, and what else? And just chill for the rest of the day. Try sleep a bit earlier, 5 minutes earlier. That was the plan, and yeah. And tomorrow I'll repeat. Tomorrow I'll repeat. I mean, the plan before was to try live stream twice a day, even though that wasn't like a hard set boundary that like I have to. I was gonna try, but it doesn't look like it's possible today because my first stream is pretty late. And that's mainly because of the fact that my internet is not that good at my house, so the streams end up lagging, which isn't the best thing to have happen. And it will reduce the quality. It might like push away some certain viewers, which I don't want to, especially in these early stages. I'd much rather a high quality live stream. I'm not saying that this is the most high quality live stream I've done, because I haven't really bullet pointed what I want to talk about, so it's like pretty much all over the place at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There are 12 days left until September starts, so I better start building up that momentum and progress, and see you guys tomorrow. To be honest, before I even stream, the first thing you'll see tomorrow from me is my new YouTube video. So make sure to check that out. Leave a like. Watch as much as you can from it, so it increases watch time and everything. And see you guys tomorrow.